This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, guys, let's get started. So in today's session, I am gonna give you the overview of Azure Cloud Data Center. So you guys created your Azure account, but
Sir, it shows me message of that 14,500 amount remaining. So why?
very good, very good. I'll give you all the details. Don't worry about it. Now, so you have created your Azure account free trial account. So Azure gives you free option. You can use for 30 days, 30 days free. Okay. Now, when you create your Azure account, the free trial account, you get somewhere around 200 US dollar USD. So if you are in US, you will get 200 US dollar. If you are in Canada, then you will get somewhere around 250 Canadian dollar. Okay. If you are in India, you will get somewhere around 14,500 INR, Indian rupees. This is the credit Azure gives you, free credit. Okay. You can utilize this credit for 30 days, and this is gonna get deducted if you create some resources like virtual machine or virtual network or virtual anything you create in Azure. They are called resources. So let's say you create virtual machines in Azure, it is gonna deduct amount from here. Okay. If you create hard disk, virtual hard disk, it's gonna deduct amount. So for the first 30 days, it's gonna utilize these credits. Whatever the credit you get in your free trial, that's gonna get utilized. Free trial, it's not gonna charge you anything. It is free of cost. It is not gonna charge you from your credit card, not from your bank account. 30 days free, completely free. Okay. After 30 days, if you would like to continue, right, then you will have to change your subscription from free trial to pay as you go account. Okay. So free 30 days, no charge at all. After 30 days, your account will get disabled. The free account will get disabled. And then it will ask you to upgrade your account from free trial to this one, the pay as you go account, the pay as you go account, this one. When you do this pay as you go account, then Microsoft will start charging you monthly basis, like electricity bill, or telephone bill. You get monthly basis. So monthly basis you will get the bill, and you will have to pay to Microsoft. But 30 days, no charge at all. So you understood 14,500 thing, I mean. Now, what is Azure Cloud Data Center? Azure, why we are going on Azure Cloud Data Center? Because the machine which we are using, for example, the laptop or the desktop, what you are using, that is not sufficient enough to create your MECM lab, because the machine has only 4 GB or 8 GB RAM, and dual core processor, hard disk is less. So if we don't have such, let's say you are trying to, you have to do a reception, right? But the space is not available. You are living in a city and the space is not available. What do? You hire a marriage hall, and in that marriage hall you do the reception, because the space is there, and you will have to pay for it. you know when you hire a marriage hall for 1 day or 2 day, you will have to pay for it. Similarly, we will hire Azure Cloud Data Center, and we will use Azure Cloud Data Center, and then you will have to pay for it. So Microsoft gives you 30 days free trial just to try and see the options and how it is working and all. So that is the reason we are going to take the services from Microsoft instead of setting it on our own laptop. So Azure Cloud Data Center, there are mm, many data centers, okay, all over the globe. So if you type in Azure geography, so Azure data center located in multiple countries, okay, in North America, in South America, in European countries, in Africa, in Gulf countries, then in India, in China, Australia, Indonesia, right, Japan. So Azure presence is there in almost all continent. Okay, more than 50 to 60 data centers are available all over the globe. So data center, how data center looks like? it will be a big building from outside, like Facebook data center or Google data center. It will be like this. You see the building, it will be a building from outside, right? Big building, and it will have uh, multiple floors, right? As you see, these are the data center, Google data center, or if you would like to see the Facebook data center, Facebook data center building. You see this is Facebook data center building, right? If you would like to see Azure data center, the one which we, yeah, these are Azure data center. Okay, this one you see Microsoft. So data center will look like this from outside. From inside, if you see the data center, how the data center look like from inside. You see, data center looks like this from inside. You will have multiple floors, and on multiple floors you will have, racks. These are called racks, right? On these racks you will have physical servers, right? Very high configure servers will be there, and you can remotely utilize the services here. You can remotely create virtual machines, you can remotely create your virtual network. So you will not be going there physically, because the data centers are not located nearby, it is in different countries, right? So you will remotely connect. So we will be creating our services. These are called racks. You see, racks, and inside that rack you can create your resources. And this is a public data center, so everyone will be, anyone can create their resources. For example, this is your rack. Next to your rack, somebody else is using that rack, right? Somebody else is using this rack. So this is a public data center. So there are three types of data center: public data center, private data center, or hybrid data center. So Azure is a public data center. So in that data center, as I showed you the rack, inside that rack, what we will do, we will create one container. What is this container? Are called resource group. We will create our resource group or container, and on that container, inside that container, we will create a virtual network. We will create what? Network. That network, nobody else will have permission to access that network. Only you will be able to access that network. So you have to have a network, a LAN network, a network cable, so that computers can connect to each other. And then we will set up our computers like this. We will have some computers like this. Okay, so for example, all the machine, there are 4 computers, all the machines will be connected to the same network, right? So that they can talk to each other. So we will create 3 servers and 1 client machine. So this one this one will be domain server, right? This is going to be database server. Then this one will be your MECM primary site server, MECMPS, and this one will be your Windows 10 or Windows 11 computer, either Windows 10 or Windows 11. So we will have 4 machines. Now where will we set up these machines? Either you can create the machine in Australia or Canada or US or India or Europe, any data center which is available for us. We can use the data center and create our services there in that particular data center. All the machine will be connected to each other. Now these machines we will remotely connect from our laptop. For example, this is my home laptop. This is what? Home computer or home laptop. And I am located in India at the moment, right? I will remotely connect to these machines. Okay, I'll remotely connect from my laptop to these machines in Azure Cloud Data Center. That's the whole concept here. Because my laptop is not sufficient, my home laptop is not sufficient to create the lab on the laptop itself. Rather than creating the lab in the home laptop, we are gonna set up the whole lab in Azure Cloud Data Center, and we will remotely connect to these machines. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
So I will make somebody as a presenter. Amin, I'll make you presenter, share your screen, and then I'll guide you a step by step, and you guys will have to follow. Everyone will have to follow what is going on the screen. Okay? So I'll make you presenter, share your screen.
Keyboard and mouse.
Hmm?
Yes.
Now, Ashwini, you created your Azure account.
Yes.
Aniruddha, you?
Yep. Created.
Okay. So when you create your account, okay, 1 minute. Let me take the control. I mean, don't use the mouse. Now, today is what? Today is 8th September. Topics. Okay. Now, point number 1, Azure overview. So we have done with Azure overview. Point number 2 is, now 1 minute, in Azure overview, what is the website of Azure? Suppose if you have created your account and you would like to go to Azure website, so Azure site is what? You just need to type in this portal.azure.com. In your browser, you have to just type in this portal.azure.com, right click and then copy. Let me show you. Let me close this Azure portal. So I just have to type in this one, portal. I mean, wait a minute. I think you are not able to see the complete screen, right?
No,
I
sir.
will
It's
tell you
visible.
what. You need to click on this one, the 2 arrows. You need to click on that 2 arrow. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, click on the 2 arrow. Done.
Again.
Is that done? Is it hidden now? Not
Yes,
again.
it's
Only
hidden.
one time you have to do. Huh?
Yes. Yes, sir. It's hidden.
Okay. Wait a minute. Let me see. Yes, it is hidden. Very good. Now, so Azure overview. So this is the website address, portal.azure.com. So I'm going to copy that. On daily basis, you have to use this link to log into Azure website. Okay. Now let me save this on the desktop. I'm going to save it on the desktop. The name of this is MECM notes. Okay. Now, when you create your Azure account, you get 30 days free trial. Now, did you use credit card or debit card?
Debit card.
Okay, debit card is accepted. Very good. So you guys can create your Azure account with debit card as well. Previously, they were not allowing us, but now it has. Now you see 14,500 credit remaining. This one is in free trial. So Microsoft upfrontly gives you 14,500 in this wallet. This is inside this Azure wallet. You can utilize this for 30 days. Whenever you create some virtual machine or anything you create here, it is gonna use this credit. It's gonna utilize from here, not from your bank account, not from your credit card. You don't have to worry about it. Now, after 30 days, your account will get disabled, and then if you would like to continue, then you have to click on this one, upgrade to pay as you go. So don't use this one, continue with the free account. Now we have many data center, right? We have data center in India, Australia, Canada, China. We have to create our container, we have to create our virtual machines. Where do we have to create? So we need to create in the whatever the region is available for us. So I'm gonna click on this. On the top you have option to search. You see, suppose if you would like to search virtual machine, you search virtual machine. Okay, that's gonna show you the virtual machine here on the top. So you see virtual machine. If you would like to search anything, you have to just type in here. It is gonna list down here. So I'm gonna click on this virtual machines. Everyone click on virtual machine. Now, if you guys are getting problem to see and perform the steps, you can split the screen into half. You know, half of them you can watch, half of them you can perform, or you can join from mobile as well. On mobile, you can watch, and on computer you can perform the task. Okay. Now, so click on create. I mean, everyone click on create, and then choose Azure Virtual Machine. Now, you see, subscription is free trial. Either it is free trial or Azure subscription 1, that's not a problem, as long as it is allowing you to create the resources. Now, first thing first, we have to create the resource group, the container, right? Everything will go inside that container. All whatever the things which we will create, like virtual machine, virtual network, IP address, IP subnet, everything will go inside that container like a box. It's a box we will create now. So click on create new. Everyone choose create new. I mean, create new. Click on that. Yeah, type in MECM underscore container, capital letter, underscore container.
Container is also capital.
See, the first letter should be capital. It's not mandatory that you go with capital letter, but it looks good. Okay, click OK. So resource group name is MECM container. Okay. Now, name of the virtual machine. What will be the name? Let's choose virtual machine name as domain. The first machine name will be domain. Type in domain. Capital D, then OMAIN. Right. Now, region. Where will you create your domain controller? Right. Currently, it is showing Central Asia. You have many region. Let's go with the default one, whatever coming, Central Asia. Okay.
Yes.
Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Then availability option, no infrastructure redundancy required. Then security type, standard, right? We don't have to change anything here. Now image, Windows server. We need a Windows server because your domain controller can be installed on Windows server, your database can be installed on Windows server, and your SCCM server will be installed on Windows server. So we don't have to choose Ubuntu. Ubuntu is a different operating system, like Linux operating system. So we have to change that to what? Windows Server 2019 Datacenter 2, Datacenter Gen 2. You need to choose this one, everyone. Windows Server 2019 Datacenter Gen 2. Okay. Now, suppose you are going to purchase a new house, right? New laptop. So you check the memory and RAM and storage, how much memory you will have on that laptop or on that computer, right? So we have chosen the operating system, but we have not chosen the RAM and processor and all. So we need to go down, right? Windows Server 2019 data center Gen 2, and here we have to choose the size. So size 1 CPU and 1 GB RAM. It's very minimal size, right? 1 GB is very less. So we will give more memory. 1 vCPU is fine, but so we'll have to click on the drop down and choose this option. 1 vCPU and 3.5 GB. Everyone choose that one. 1 CPU and 3.5 RAM, this one. So that computer will have one CPU and 3.5 GB RAM. Okay. Then you have the username and password option. Here you can create your type in your username. For example, your username is Amin. You put your name there. Everyone put your name there. So VM and virtual machine user ID and password. Okay, so the user ID is what? Amin, and the password is, everyone will, you need to choose the same password. Whatever the password I am giving you, you have to use the same password. Don't create any new password, guys. Okay, now the password is capital PASSWORD, simple password @123. Just type in it on a notepad. Okay, now you have to put in like this: virtual machine user ID and password is this, Amin, that's your name, and the password capital PASSWORD @123. You need to copy the password like this. Right click and copy the password and put it here on the notepad, on the Azure portal. Everyone choose the same password. Do not change the password. Okay, now when you go down, you need to click on next. Click on next disk. Everyone click on next disk. Okay, now it is asking us to click on next networking. Click on next networking. Next networking. No, you went to management. Networking is this one, right? Now in this one, so let me type in some more thing here. What is the resource group name we created?
Domain.
MECM, that's the machine name. MECM
machine.
container, right? That's the name of the container. Now the virtual network, what is the name of the virtual network on the screen? The virtual network is this one, guys. MECM _ container -vnet. Okay, so all the machine will be a part of this one, MECM _ container -vnet. Okay, all machine will be a part of this container, and all the machine will be joined to this network so that they can talk to each other. Understood?
Yes.
So now we have public IP to connect the machine remotely from outside. There are two IP address of the computer. One is public, one is private. Private is for internal usage and public for outside. For example, your phone number, that is public. Anyone can call from outside. But your intercom number, it is from inside the building. Only from, you know, the people from the inside the building can call you, the intercom. So the computer similarly will have two IP address. IP address is like a phone number, guys. So machine can connect the machine on the network, we need IP address. So there are two types of IP address, private and public. Public is for external connection, so I can connect the computer from outside using public IP address. So I need public IP address to be static. Static means that should never change, it will remain as it is. For example, your phone number, it should not change, it will remain as it is. Otherwise, if you keep on changing your number, people will not able to reach you, right? So we have to, in front of this public IP, we have to click on this create new. So click on create new. I mean, everyone click on create new, and then when you click on that, you need to click on this basic. Click on basic. Okay, so basic, and then it is gonna use the static IP. Static. If you choose dynamic, then the IP will change every time. IP will change after every day, the IP will change. We don't want IP different IP, we want the same IP address of that machine. So static IP address. Now click on OK. Now choose review plus create. Review plus create. So this is how we create Azure account. Azure virtual machine in a data center. So we have created in Central Asia. Probably this data center is in MP, or I don't know where exactly the data center location. Click on create.
Kashif, we have not made any changes in disk, right?
No, leave the disk default.
Okay.
Now, first machine is getting ready. Now we have to follow the same step, repeat the same step for the second machine. So click on the search again on the top, click on virtual machine. Create. Click on Azure virtual machine. The same process you have to follow. I mean, now we don't have to wait a minute. You don't have to create any new resource group. Why? Because the resource group we have already created in the last machine when we were creating domain controller. I mean the domain server, we already created. So we don't have to choose create new. Rather, we will have to use the drop down. So choose the drop down and choose the existing. Select existing. So we have to choose MECM _ container. Everything will go inside this container. Got it? Everyone, you have to choose this MECM _ container. Now virtual machine name, choose database. Type in database, capital D and then ATABASE, without any space. Why you have given a space? Without any space, all small. Yeah, data small letter. Why you have given capital? BASE, database. So this machine is going to be our database server. Now scroll down a little bit. Central Asia, we don't have to change that one because by default every machine should be in the same region. So domain created in Central Asia and database will also be in Central Asia. Now then image is Windows Server 2019. Windows Server 2019. Choose that. Okay, there is a problem here. The problem, sometime it does not come even though we have chosen Windows Server 2019. So in such cases, what we will do, we will choose Windows Server 2016. Okay, you see we have chosen Windows Server 2016, but again we will choose Windows Server 2019. So our main target is to choose Windows Server 2019, not 16. You see 19, you have to choose Windows Server 2019, not 16. Clear?
Yes.
Now go next, scroll down a little bit. Now 1 CPU and 3.5 RAM, the size. So this machine will have 1 CPU, 1 processor and 3.5 memory. So this is fine. Now username, copy and paste it from the notepad. I have already saved it on the notepad. Copy the username Amin. Below is the user ID Amin. Copy that. Control C to copy and paste it there in the username. Control V. Very good. Again, go back to the notepad. Now copy the password. Control C to copy. Copy and put it. Control V to paste. Very good. And paste it below as well. Very good. So same username and same password we are going to use for all the machines. Don't change the username and password. Okay.
Yes.
Now, so once that is done, we have to now go next disk. Now click on networking. Next, networking. When you do that, you have public IP. You see public IP. In front of public IP, you have to click on create new. Click on, no, don't touch that. Click on create new. And then choose basic and static. Basic and static, yes. So both of them are selected. Now click on OK. And down at the bottom, you have to click on review plus create. Review plus create down at the bottom left hand side. Down at the bottom, you can't see. This is our second machine, guys. Click on create. You see it's gonna cost you around 10 rupees per hour from this credit. So if you use the machine for 1 hour, it is gonna charge you 10 rupees from this credit. Okay. So the second machine is ready. Getting ready. Now the third machine. On the top, search again virtual machine. Click on virtual machine. Very good. Everyone go back to virtual machine, create, and then choose Azure virtual machine. Now resource group, same resource group, the existing one. So click on the drop down and choose MECM container resource group. You have to choose the resource group. Click on that and choose MECM container. Everything will go inside this container, MECM container. Now the machine name, MECMPS, capital letter, the virtual machine name, MECMPS. Okay. Now region, Central Asia, we don't have to change that one. Availability option and no infrastructure redundancy is required. Security type standard, we'll have to leave everything as it is. Now image is Windows Server 2019. It is already selected, but if it is not, you have to select that Windows Server 2019 data center Gen 2. It's already selected. If it is not, you need to choose a Windows Server 2019 data center. Then you need to go down, scroll down, and now 1 CPU and 3.5 RAM. Wait a minute, go slowly. Now 1 CPU and 3.5 RAM. So that is the size, default size. We will leave that as it is. Now username, copy and paste it from the notepad. Username Amin. and the password is password@123. Very good. So you have given the password. Now go next. Same username, same password for all the machines. Click on next. Click on next networking. Very good. Now you need to, in front of public IP, you need to click on create new.
This
In
one.
front of, no, it's this one. Wait a minute. In front of public IP, you have to click on create new. Create new. Now choose basic and static. Okay. Click on OK and then choose review plus create. Now click on create. So it's gonna cost you 10 rupees, approx 10 rupees per hour. Click on create new. Create. Yeah, create. Aniruddha, Ashwani, are you guys on the same page?
Yes.
Yes.
Akash, what is your status?
Yes,
You created your Azure account?
yes, created the third one. Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. So that was the only problem. The Outlook account was not happening, right?
Right, right.
Okay, good. So these machines, what we have created, these machines are located where? In Central Asia, somewhere in Maharashtra or this thing MP. I don't know the exact region, but we have created them. Now we can remotely connect to these machines. These machines are present in Central Asia data center. So I can remotely connect. How will I connect? We have the public IP address. The public IP address is the like a phone number, mobile number. So in order to connect, communicate to somebody, you call that mobile number, right? Similarly, we will use these public IP address to connect to those machines remotely. All the machine, you need to verify that database, domain, and MECM. All these machines are in free trial subscription and in the same resource group, MECM_container. Central Asia, same. Two of them are running, one of them is creating, right? The last one is getting created, and same size, DS1_v2, right? So now we will connect to these machines. How will I connect to these machines? So let's download one application. I'm gonna type in here, create Azure container resource group, basically create resource group, create virtual machines. So we created virtual machines like domain, then database, and then MECMPS. We have created them. Now we will download and install mremote application, mremote ng. So let's download this one. Open a new browser. I will open that for you. For example, so I am going to type in www.google.com. Okay, and in Google,
we can use the Windows RDP too. That's, I think that's the, it's already installed.
Windows RDP we can use, but for each machine we have to configure one by one, and whenever we have to open that one by one we have to open. But mremote gives you the option at the left hand side. You can configure all the machine and connect to them simultaneously.
Okay.
So this gives a good option. That's the reason we use this one. So mremote mremote ng download. So you need to download this mremote ng, guys. This is your personal laptop, right, everyone? You need to install this one. Download mremote ng. Click on that. Now we have three options: stable, preview, and nightly. In the stable you have MSI. Click on the green MSI in stable. Green MSI, yeah. Now click on the one which is downloaded down at the bottom and install it. Open. Next, install. Accept license terms and condition. Accept that one. Next, install. Click on finish. So we have click on
Launch
finish.
remote.
Yeah. Yes, launch. Yeah.
Launch remote.
Yeah. So what we did, we installed one application, and that is mremote ng. Now point number 5 is, wait a minute, don't touch the mouse. The point number 5 is, after we installed, now add all public IP address in mremote and login. So we have to add all the public IP address in mremote and login. So let me so here you click on this use recommended settings. Use recommended settings. Now this is your mremote application. So on daily basis you have to use this one. Before we start the session, you need to log into all the machines. On daily basis you have to log in through this one. How will you log in? Let's create a folder. Click on this folder icon. Type in Central Asia, the folder name Central Asia, because we have created our Azure Central Asia. We have Central India, sorry, not Asia, Central India. It's in Central India or Central Asia?
Asia.
From India.
Central India, space after Central, space India. So we have created our Azure virtual machines in Central India. Let me just verify again. Central India, yes. Okay. Now you can name it anything of your choice, but just to identify the location. Now let's create a connection. Right click and then choose new connection. New connection. New connection. Below. Type in domain. Database. Type in database. Database.
Not
database.
Domain, only database.
No, yeah, type in database. Okay, now right click again on the folder, Central Asia folder, and then choose new connection and type in domain. Domain. Again, create a new connection and type in MECM PS. That's the problem you have created.
No,
you
use the
should
connection.
be, yeah, don't use the connection. Okay, now So MECM PS, capital letter. Now, so we have database, domain, and MECM. We have to add the machine IP address and the username and password. So for all the machine, we have to add the IP address. I'll show you for database. For example, the first one, database. How will you connect to the database? We have host name and IP address here, right? In this one, we have to add the public IP address of the database. So what is the public IP address of database? You see the first one, the public IP is right here. So I am gonna take it little right hand side. The first one is the database machine. So I'm gonna double click on this and Control C to copy on the keyboard. So I've copied the public IP address of database, and now this is database. You see the database name is database. I have to put the IP address. Okay. Now, what is the username and password? I need to copy it and put it from the notepad. So Amin is the username. So I'm gonna put the username Amin, and password is this one. So I need to copy and paste it. Similarly, I have to put the username and password and the IP for domain. So let's repeat it for the domain. I mean, let's go to the Azure port. Click on domain first. Click on domain. Now go to Azure portal. Azure portal. Azure website. Control C. Double click on this IP, public IP at the right hand side of. Yes. Double click. Double click. Control C to copy. I go to mremote. Put the IP address there in the host name and IP. Put it there. Very good. Now username Amin and the password @123. It's Amin.
Yes.
You may make a mistake by typing your name.
Sorry, it's default mistake.
Control C to copy. Okay. Now repeat the same step for MECM PS. Now click on MECM PS. Very good. Now go to Azure portal. Control C. Very good. Good job. Control C to copy. And then paste the IP address here. Where are you pasting? Yes. Put the username Amin. Password. Copy and paste it from the notepad. Everyone, you need to keep your username and password on a notepad. Your Azure virtual machine username password, your Azure website username and password, keep it on a notepad so that you can remember it. Very good. Now, so we have added the IP address of all the machines. So how will you connect to these machines? You can simply right click on this folder and then choose connect. That's it. And the machine will get connected. All these machines. Okay, we have some problem with. Okay, one of the machine did not connect, but two machines got connected. Database connected and MECM connected. Domain did not connect. Why? Domain is also connected. Okay, the machines are connected. Now you have to save this configuration, because when you open tomorrow, you should have all these machines and all IP and everything. So how will you save the connection? You need to click on file, everyone, file in mremote and save connection file. So file and save connection file. Make sure you do that. File and save connection file. Now we have this, all the machines are connected. As you see, database.
So I have to save, or it's already saved?
It's saved already. Okay, you see database, it is the machines, a machine is connected. Domain, the machine is connected. MECM. So we are able to see all the machines connected now. These machines are remotely, we have remotely connected to these machines. They are running in the data center, not here. They are not on your laptop. They are running in central India, somewhere in MP or somewhere in Maharashtra, I don't know. You have remotely connected to these machines. Clear? Now on these machines, we will start setting up our lab. We will create our lab from tomorrow onwards. We'll set up the lab from tomorrow. Okay? Clear? Hmm?
Yes.
Everyone on the same page, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's point number 6. Stop all the machines in Azure. This is a mandatory step. After each session, you need to stop the machine. Why? Otherwise, they will keep on charging 10 rupees per hour. They will charge you 10 rupees per hour per server. So 30 rupees per hour. 3 servers are there. So 30 rupees per hour they will charge you. Right? If you keep the machine on for 24 hours, how much they are going to charge you? Tell me. Around more than 600-700 rupees. Sorry, not camera. Minimize this. Calculator. So if you keep the machine on for 24 hours, so 24 multiplied by 30, 720 rupees they will charge you. Okay, around 1000 rupees you will lose if you don't use it properly. So one hour or 1.5 hour when you will practice, you start the machine, but when you are done with your practical session or assignment, you must stop. Okay, how will you stop the machine? You need to go to Azure portal, right? In Azure portal, how will you stop the machine, guys? Check all the boxes. I mean, everyone, check all the boxes and then choose stop. You have stop here, right here. Stop and click yes. Very good. So when you stop it, they will not charge you. It's same as electricity appliances. Suppose you are going outside, what do? You turn off all your electricity appliances like fan, your air cons, your refrigerator, you know, so that when you are not utilizing them, you keep them off. When you come back, then you will start again. Similarly, tomorrow when we meet, 8 o'clock we are starting. So before 8 a.m. you need to start all the machines. Like 5 minutes before you join the session, start all the machines. When you start, so tomorrow you need to check all the boxes and click on start. And then you have to go to this M remote and then connect all the machines. Right now these machines are disconnected. Why? The machines are off now. Okay, clear? You see, stop deallocated means your memory and processor is now freed up. It is given to somebody else. It's freed up. Okay, all good? Ashwini, Aniruddha, Akash, Syed,
Yes.
Amin.
Yes, Kashif. Everything is good.
Yes.
Yeah, but you have to set up my machines.
Are you? Yeah, I know. Are you available after 1 hour?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, ping me. I will remote in. Okay.
Okay, wonderful.
Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll meet tomorrow, everyone.
Yeah.
We
Bye
will meet
bye.
tomorrow. I know.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks.